Hawkfanatic is brought to you by Deary Brothers Ford, Hawkeye Title and Settlement, Mike's E-Keys for Cars, Supple's Building and Remodeling, 1-800-800-ROSE, and Hawkeye Courier, the Midtown Family Restaurants, Harty and Stocker Jewelers, 101 South Dubuque Street in Iowa City, Diamond Dream Sports Academy in North Liberty, Senior Benefits, Premier Automotive, the Ox Yoke Inn in the Amanas, Streets Maintenance, Dr. Lance Forbes and his crew at Diamond Dental in Cedar Rapids, and Big Dog Tech Solutions. Sitting in for Tom Suter, once again, is Tommy Lang, and with us from Hawkfanatic.com is Pat Harty. Morning, everybody.
Good morning.
How's everything?
Oh, it's great. The last several hours with you have been nothing but magic.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We've had our ups and downs, but we've made it to the end of the show pretty much.
Yes, we have. And you were at the game last night.
I was, and it was frustrating to watch at times. Were you at the game, Pat, or were you watching it from home?
Halas was at the game for us. I watched it from home.
Ugh. You know, there were so many times when they were in the paint and they had an open shot and they would pass it out to the perimeter.
Because there was a 7'3" guy waiting to block their shot.
Well,
that's why they did that a lot.
Okay.
I mean, he was really altering their whole game plan inside, and they were like plus 20-some when that guy, Alex Sara, was in the game. Adai Sara, that was the big reason why they were hesitant like that. He's really good.
That was the big issue going in, was the size difference, right?
Yeah.
That's what everybody thought.
And Morez Johnson, 6'11 and a half, and Axel Lindenberg, their small forward, is 6'9", 240. So, yeah, Michigan didn't play very well. They had 18 turnovers, and they missed their backup point guard immensely. I mean, that was an issue last night when Cadeau picked up 2 fouls. They don't have L.J. Kaysen to put in. He's out for the year with a knee injury, and that could come back to haunt them in the tournament. I think that's a big loss for them, and they felt it a little bit last night. But Iowa just played its ass off on defense. I mean,
really
they played so hard on defense. This was like Iowa football. They took Michigan down to their level. They limited the possessions. It was an offensive disaster for both teams in a lot of ways, but that was the way Iowa had a chance to win, just like when football. They don't get in many shootouts. They try to ugly the game and hang in there like they did this year with even Indiana and what have you, but they just didn't have enough offense, and Michigan just found a way to win because they're really good. But, no, that's why guys were passing the ball, because Sara had a couple blocks early in the game that were just incredible. Who was it? Somebody made a really nice – I think it was it Banks? Made a nice move, and they did a little drop, and I thought the ball was going to go in, and he jumped up so high and blocked it with his left hand, and after that I think they were a little hesitant and paranoid.
Yeah, that's got to be – that's definitely the explanation because – like I said, they were throwing a lot of balls out in the perimeter, and the crowd was like, "Why don't you shoot?" And they didn't see what you saw, obviously.
Well, I mean, it was right there. There's a 7'3" guy standing in the paint. I mean, what are you not seeing?
Are you saying that Iowa crowds might be biased and not understand the game completely?
Oh, can you imagine the crowd reaction to the foul calls? There was a lot of them, and a lot of people thought they were way on Michigan's side. But
and then Michigan fans are bitching that Iowa was allowed to play way physical. It's just both sides.
Of course it is.
But, I mean, God, it was a very physical game. I thought both teams got away with a lot. Iowa was very handsy on defense, and they allowed them to be.
Yeah.
And that helped them stay in the game.
How full did it look there? You were there. I mean, I don't know. It didn't sell out.
Halas told me it was good, not great.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that.
He didn't have a number. I didn't see.
But it should be great for the number 3 team in the nation coming in.
Yeah, and it was
7
a 7 o'clock
tip-off.
Thursday, no weather. But it didn't help that they lost to Penn State their previous game.
Yeah, it certainly kind of tempers your excitement a little bit.
That did not help. That may have kept some fans from going. But no, this was an encouraging game. Not into moral wins, whatever, but they showed when they play their ass off on defense that they can compete with about anybody. And they did that last night. They just didn't have enough offense to get over the hump.
There was a pretty healthy contingent of Michigan fans there, too.
Oh, I'm sure. With the way they're going right now, they're, 28 and 2?
They have a good traveling alumni base, too.
And they were talking the talk on the way out, and the Iowa fans were telling them to shut up. I was like, let them enjoy the win. It's okay. Let's not start a fight.
Yeah, if they're willing to drive all the way down from or wherever they live, that shows. Because I've had years where Michigan's not very good and they don't bring anybody on the road. But no, Dusty May has done an incredible job in short time with that program.
Now, last night on the game, they touched that he does have a pass with Ben McCullum that they. What was?
They're good friends.
Okay, but they didn't coach against each other.
Well, Dusty was at Florida Gulf Coast. I don't know.
That's what I thought. And
and Ben was in Division II. So
they must have played at some point because they said something about them meeting.
Coaches meet at camps. There's so many different ways. Ben talked about it the other day. They're just really good friends.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. I think around us we had one big bus load of Michigan people because there were a lot of them. But I talked to some of the Michigan people. They were nice people.
They like Karn.
They won, so you can be nice when you win.
I guess they just don't like Hunter.
Well, and today you said the baseball games will start at 2?
Yes, they moved up the game to 2 o'clock because we were kind of between two storm systems at that point. So they want to make sure it's done before the other one rolls in around 5.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to work the gymnastics meet tonight, so
that actually might make it easier for you to go, though, shouldn't it? Moving it up.
Go over to that, and then go over to the gymnastics meet.
Yeah, there you go.
If you can find somewhere to park it through 2 o'clock.
And then you got Iowa baseball too.
That's what we were talking about.
That's what we're talking about. Yeah, that's right.
Where do you park?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I thought you were talking about women's wrestling.
No, that's going to be in Coralville.
That's today too.
Women's wrestling tonight too. There's all kinds of things.
What time?
You got the
10 o'clock in the morning is when they start that.
Women's wrestling's going on right now.
It goes on in about 50 minutes.
Yeah, it starts at
10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah. And if I wasn't so involved in everything else, I'd have been over at the wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, you can go tomorrow too.
Yeah.
I think we'll have some wrestlers alive tomorrow for the second day.
Softball's at Ohio State, right?
Yeah, and they've got weather issues too. They're playing a doubleheader today and then one game Sunday. So they're expecting rain tomorrow, apparently.
Probably this rain.
Yeah, probably.
But are we supposed to have rain tomorrow? It looked like it's supposed to be nice tomorrow.
Yeah, actually it's supposed to clear off late tonight. So
And a big temperature drop. That's why there's going to be a
And
storm.
I'm going to be playing the same baseball team, so we might as well just wait till tomorrow.
well, it'll be warmer today. It's only supposed to be like in the upper 40s tomorrow. So
Does anybody here know anything about Lindenwood? I know nothing. I think they're in California.
Well, I've heard about them, but that's all.
Okay.
No, I don't know anything about them.
No.
Obviously, there's something to get in here and play 3 games.
yeah.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Heller about that a couple of the Tuesday games ago when I went and talked to him.
St. Charles, Missouri.
Oh, I was completely off on that. That makes more sense. Yeah, he said it was very odd because usually Iowa's bye week is near the end where they can schedule a non-conference, but it's like this early, and a lot of teams didn't want to come to Iowa in March, so you stuck with Lindenwood.
Well, let's hope the storm doesn't get that bad as they're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle Mara doesn't think it's going to get too bad.
Well, good luck to all our teams this weekend.
All right, that sounds good.
Thank you, Karn.
Okay. We'll talk to you later.
I'm sure they appreciate it. We kind of touched on everything there.
Yeah.
Softball, baseball, gymnastics. Women's basketball tonight. We know it's going to be Illinois, 10 seed.
And roughly what time?
About
5:30.
5:30 so. Yeah, 5:30 Central Time. And I watched that Illinois-Michigan State game. Iowa's going to have to play well. Illinois is good. And of course, they almost beat them in Iowa City.
For them to make it this far, they've had to beat a couple good teams.
They're 21-10. I mean, Illinois is in the tournament now. I think they've secured that. But this will be an interesting game because I'm sure Illinois is pretty confident after almost beating Iowa in Iowa City on Senior Day.
And that wasn't, like a week ago? Yeah, it was only a few days ago, basically.
Yeah, it was the 26th.
So it's a quick turnaround.
So, yeah, and Hannah Stolke, it'll be interesting to see if she plays. I mean, right now, Jan did not give a real optimistic update on her Zoom call Wednesday, saying it's a major concern. So we'll see. I mean, they did play her against Illinois, but they didn't play her against Purdue and Wisconsin because I think they knew they could beat those teams without Hannah. So, but do you risk further aggravating the elbow in Big Ten tournament play and jeopardize NCAA? Nothing against the conference tournament, but of course, all roads lead to NCAA. That's all that matters.
Especially when you're hosting.
I mean, Iowa could lose tonight and everyone would be disappointed, but if they get to the Sweet 16, this will all be forgotten.
Sure.
But if they win the Big Ten tournament and lose in the first round of the NCAA tournament, everyone will be miserable because that's just how it is.
No.
Yep.
I remember when they lost to Creighton that one first game.
That was second round.
Oh.
Second
round?
Second
Okay.
round. Yeah, that was Caitlin's sophomore year.
That was still pretty bad.
Yeah, especially since a former Iowa player was the one who beat him.
Yeah, that's right.
Lauren Jensen.
Yeah.
She was unstoppable that day.
And that was the end of the scrimmages between Iowa and Creighton before the season started.
But, yeah, all roads lead to the NCAA tournament. So it will be interesting to see how Jan handles Hannah. Even if Hannah does well, they're going to just throw her in and just do your normal thing because elbow injury on your strong arm, that can be a major problem.
Do you think she was snubbed, Jan Jensen, for Coach of the Year? I read that on social media, but keep in mind, again, there is some bias in the people.
I mean, definitely I think Jan would deserve serious consideration for Coach of the Year. I think the Minnesota head coach would deserve serious consideration. But then do you punish Kerry Close? I mean, UCLA's been unstoppable in the conference. I think sometimes these coaches on these really good teams get overlooked. Oh, anyone could coach that team. Well, it's not that simple. So Kerry Close won it, didn't she? She was the one who.
I think so.
I believe she's the one, and I have no problem with that. But no, I'm sure it came down to her. Jan and the Minnesota coach would be my guess.
Nice.
There you go.
Breaking it down. We've broken
Are we
down
done?
a lot. We're only 15 minutes.
Are we done?
We've been very rapid in our breaking down of stuff.
Yeah, you guys have been like a telethon this week.
It really has. And hey, probably next week too.
Probably next week too.
Although sooner we'll be back. That'll take some of the load off.
Yes. By the way, appreciate your call yesterday asking if you could come in.
Well, yeah, I said I'd come in because it's just been YouTube, but you guys love being on the air, so
yes.
Well, you guys can't hear enough of yourselves.
Well, we had an interview scheduled for today anyway, and so that covered the 8 o'clock hour for the most part because we had to do news and everything else. So
yeah, when I decided that I'd covered, what I did was I watched the game from home and put up a short 10-inch story right when it ended to give the nuts and bolts, and then put my Colossus column coming later. I mean, the problem with games like that, though, is, 11 o'clock, I mean, people, especially when you lose, nobody's reading at 11 o'clock on a Thursday night after a loss. But, then you retweet everything this morning. Because Mike wrote a column, it was interesting. He basically just said, Iowa played their asses off. They just didn't have enough to win. And Michigan didn't play very well. But part of the reason Michigan didn't play didn't play very well is because of Iowa's defense. The way they extended their defense. And the refs allowed them to be pretty handsy. And, hey, more power to Iowa if they took advantage of the circumstances in that game. They let them play very physical last night, and Iowa accepted it. They're like, yeah, we'll be physical with you. And it was a hell of a game.
You want to hear Ben McCollum's thoughts?
I did.
Oh, let's
but
hear
we can hear him again.
For the others who may not have heard him.
Go down 10 and then you come back. That's like, but like when you coach that and those guys fight for you and you're fighting for them, like, that's what's so cool. That's just like, it's fun. I enjoy coaching that. Do you enjoy going and coaching when they're, going half speed in the other games? Not a lot. To be perfectly honest.
I think he's talking about the Maryland game there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice that he doesn't get Fran and God, Licklider after a loss was just forlorn, doom and gloom kind of.
I will say though, and Fran never threw players under the bus. I'll give him that.
No, he didn't do that.
Never did that. And Licklider was so odd. I didn't even know what he was saying in the games.
It's just kind of nice that he's still upbeat. Like, look, we're still.
Well, I mean, Ben is one of these guys that he's effort, focus, cohesion, all that stuff. They had all that going on defense last night. He couldn't find anything to complain about on defense because his players really, again, played their asses off for him last night on defense, and he was proud. Yeah, you would love to have had it come in a win, but Michigan, out of respect to them, they found a way to pull that out under really tough circumstances. Because Alas said the arena was energized last night.
It was.
The fans were into the game.
They really were.
So yeah, Carver can do it when the circumstances. Number 3 ranked team, and I still think there would have been more if Iowa had won their previous game.
Yeah, I could see that. Ben, by the way, also said earlier, I didn't have the audio of that he thought they were the best team in the country, Michigan, which I think you say to a team that you just played that's up there.
Yeah, I'm not. They lost.
He even acknowledged they lost to Duke. He said, but still, I think right now they're the
not
best
without LJ Kaysen. I don't think they are. I think the loss of their point guard backup, who plays a lot. I think that hurts them. I think Duke's got a little bit more, but that doesn't mean Michigan might beat Duke. When they had Kaysen, Duke still beat them on a neutral court. I think Duke's the best team. But what do I know? Ben McCollum's won hundreds of games, but I just think Duke passes the eye test a little bit more. And again, I think the loss of LJ Kaysen is significant for them. It's going to be something that could. If Cadeau gets in foul trouble, they don't have a backup point guard. The other guard, Namuri Burnett, whatever, he's not a point guard. Trey McKinney's not a point guard. Trey McKinney's he looks like a tight end. He's a shooting guard. They don't have a pure point guard now that LJ Kaysen's out, other than Elliot Cadeau. So we'll see.
I'm pulling up the Big Ten men's basketball standings right now. Just see where Iowa could be.
You got one that's 28-2 and 18-1. Iowa is 20-10 and now they're 10-9. They're going to probably be 20-11 and 10-10, but I still think that gets them in the tournament.
Yeah, ninth place. They're a game ahead of. Well, they can only go down one more spot. They're a game ahead of Indiana right now. 10-9 versus 9-10. If they tie,
Indiana, I believe, plays Ohio State. I think in the last game.
Who won?
If they tied, Iowa would have the tiebreaker.
I feel stupid. I was going to say Iowa won that game, right? Yeah.
Yes, they beat them soundly in Bloomington.
Ohio State's the other team. They're 11-8.
Yeah,
so
Ohio
if they
State's
lose,
in. They're in. Ohio State's in the tournament.
Right. I'm just thinking of Big Ten tournament seeding because Indiana could conceivably beat Ohio State.
Where does it say that game is? Does it say?
No, I just have the standings. I don't have the
If it's in Indiana, I'll pick Indiana. If it's in Ohio State, I would pick Ohio State.
If I click Indiana, it might tell me.
If Ohio State wins that 12-8, man, they're easily in the
It's
tournament.
at Ohio State tomorrow at 4:30.
My guess is they're going to win and be 12-8.
Okay.
12-8, and they will probably be a 7 or a 6 seed maybe, which is crazy because a couple weeks ago people didn't think Ohio State was going to get in, especially after Iowa boat raced them. They did not look very good, but I'll give them credit. They've won the games they were supposed to win. That's been the biggest fault with this Iowa team. It's got 3 losses that are inexcusable to me. Of course, Maryland, Minnesota, and what's the other? Oh, Penn State. Penn State. Yeah, I said Maryland. I meant Penn State. Maryland was earlier in the season. Those 3 losses are just – this Iowa team's better than that. They should have won at least 2 of them. God, if they would have just won 2 of those 3, think where they'd be right now.
They would be 12-7.
They'd be playing for a higher seed. They'd be thinking, man, we could maybe be a 6 but
because that 8-9 seed, you don't want to be there.
That's where they're. Well, if they're not careful, they may be a 10 seed, and if they're not real careful and they lose in the first round, they may be in Dayton.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's still a lot of stuff left to happen. Well, and I'm not real confident about them winning on Senior Day at Nebraska.
No.
I'm just not. I think they're going to be waiting for that game no matter what. But the extra stuff with Hoiberg and the fact that Iowa beat them soundly in Iowa City, I think this is going to be a revenge game like you've never seen before, and I think there's going to be a hornet's nest waiting for them. Now, if Iowa comes out and defends like they did against Michigan, they'll have a chance. But that's hard to get every night, I mean, it is. People say, well, how do you not just – it's hard to explain. I mean – if it was easy, teams would do that every night. They were so jacked up with Michigan and what have you, and it was at home. That helped. They were feeding off that crowd. You could tell they were feeding off the crowd. They're not going to have a crowd to feed off. I mean, those students are going to be doing stuff with their phone. I mean, they're going to do all they can to make life miserable for Iowa on Sunday.
Yeah. I would think the phone thing would be more making fun of Hoiberg though than the Iowa.
Yeah. Well, they'll do something.
But they'll do something.
They'll do something. Because they think Hoiberg was right to do what he did.
Yeah.
I mean, and
Iowa fans, he was making it up. That's not going to hurt his heart, whatever. And then the Nebraska fans, he's got a problem.
Well, he's not making it up. He's had open heart surgery, and he's got. Yeah, I mean, now the odds of it are like 9, but still, it's like having a gun with 100 bullets, and you have 1 in there. Do you want to take that chance?
No.
So he, but yeah, and he even said when he was explaining his situation, it's like a 99.9% chance of whatever. But with your heart, you don't want to mess with any percentage. And that was his justification. But no, I just think the Nebraska fans are going to have his back. And it's his son's last game. There's just a lot of energy and emotion that's going to be twirling around.
National television.
National television, 4 o'clock tip-off on Sunday. If Iowa can go in there and win that game, more power to him. That would be wonderful. That would be his best. That would have obviously been his best win as a Hawkeye coach last night. Now, Nebraska, he's got a chance because to beat them at home was impressive, but to beat them there would be even more impressive. I just don't see it happening.
I don't either.
Well, he was on them the whole game. When they go in those timeouts, he was very animated. There was one sequence, too, where one of the guys was out of position on defense. He was jumping up and down. I swear he looked like a cartoon, and his head was going to blow completely off. He was just insane.
He gets way more emotional during the course of a game than Fran ever.
Oh, ever, for sure.
Fran's like a statue for a while. Now, he'll maybe have a minute and a half where he just combusts and turns red and screams and throws chairs and MFers and all that stuff. But then he's back. Then about a minute and a half later, he's back to being himself, whereas Ben is just emotion throughout the whole game.
I miss seeing the FranCon on Twitter. Somebody had that chart.
FranCon,
yeah, but no, Fran, other than those moments when it was just complete rage, he was pretty calm during games.
He got Penn into the Ivy League tournament, which is not a tournament where everybody gets in.
No, and
it's like 4 teams, right?
Well, they hadn't been in for 3 years, and I tweeted a picture of or a video of them in the locker room where he's talking to them. Then right when the players all get up and just pour water all over him, Fran's laughing, but you can tell Fran's like, I got to get the hell out of here. So they were just pouring. A neat moment though. I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
I like Fran. I never had any. Well, I had a couple journalism issues with Fran that we worked through early on when he got here, and I was still at the press citizen, but we worked through it, and he never held another grudge. Anytime we wanted him on here, he came on, and there were a few times when he reached out to come on to talk about cancer awareness and what have you, but I never had a problem with Fran, and I was on the record saying I wouldn't have had a problem with giving him another year because of who he was and what he had done, but I also understood the reason they made the change. So I guess I'm just straddling the fence on that one.
Well, and the players would all say the same thing, that he would get mad at you, but then he would let it go right away. He'd be mad at them for a misplay. We'd explain it to him, and then they would move on, and it would not be mentioned again.
Ben gets mad at his players too.
Oh, he sure does.
And Ben's way more emotional from start to finish than Fran is. Fran just has that moment where he just loses it temporarily, then comes back. Whereas Ben jokes about how he kind of loses it all throughout the game.
I don't know how he has a voice at the end of it, and he was really really rough at the end of this game last night.
But he had reason to be proud, even in defeat last night, for how hard that team played. And you look at Bennett Sturtz. He's got everything as a Hawkeye except for time, man. He would have been somebody fans if they would have had more time. They would really have embraced this guy because he's a really good kid and he's a good player. I mean, he made some big threes last night. They were talking about how he had done nothing early on. The next thing you know, he makes 2 threes late in that first half.
Yeah,
those were huge.
Tied up the game.
That changed the course of everything. That just kind of, okay, guys, we can do this. We're going to halftime tied. We got a chance. Those were huge threes by him.
Yeah,
look how little nonsense we have when Suter's gone. Breaking it down like nonstop from the second we turn on these microphones. Everything's being broken down. Because I could do nonsense. For example, yesterday, I did a follow-up investigation.
You did?
I looked for the Godfathers over there by Menards.
Oh, did you?
I went to, what's the one that used
Fast
to advertise
Break?
here? Fast Break, and that was not the one that... Because the woman who called after we got off the air, I don't think we talked about it on the air. A woman called off the air and said, there is a Godfather's at the gas station across from Menards.
Right, and you thought of...
And I didn't know if it was the one across
that
that street that Menards is on or the highway.
Yeah.
And it was the highway, that RZ's Express. And right there on the side it says Godfather's Pizza.
Yeah.
Now, they only have like the personal type pan pizzas. And they're pre-made because I saw them. They were wrapped in kind of cellophane in the back. Mm-hmm. So they just kind of pop them in there and heat them up. But I got one. The weirdest part of it, I get there like 2:07 yesterday afternoon. The woman says... I'm like, oh, do you have any sausage? I saw there were like 2 pizzas and a little warmer. Oh, do you have? There was meat lovers and pepperoni, which I would have eaten both anyway. But I prefer sausage. And I'm like,
yeah,
that's sausage. Oh no, we throw those away at 2:00. You just missed them.
What?
Yeah, and I said, well, what? Yeah, it's company policy. We have to throw away the sausage pizzas at 2:00. Now the meat lovers is still in there with sausage on it. And the pepperoni. So I didn't get that. I didn't question it.
So where was this again?
RZ's Express, that gas station on Highway 1 across the interstate from like the car dealerships.
So
it's across Highway 1 from Menards.
Were you trying to find
I went to find it. I found it.
The Godfather's Pizza?
I had a Godfather's Pizza yesterday. A little mini one.
How
meat
much,
lovers.
How much was it?
It's like $4 or something.
I think I'm going to... Oh, my God, I can't eat meat today.
Oh, yeah. You would not get that meat lovers today.
Being a Catholic sometimes sucks.
Well, when you get a chance, that's where the Godfather's is. They got little mini pizzas there you can get.
Well, no, I will start. I'll start.
Get there before 2 if you want a sausage pizza.
So it's only $4 for a little.
I think it was like $4, something like that.
That's really cheap.
Yeah, I used my debit card, so I didn't like.
So it's what, like little cut into 4 little tiny triangles.
It's like a pizza,
like the
personal pan
Sam's
pizza.
got those little Levi things too.
Yeah.
Okay. So good to. So it's easy to find.
Yeah. It's
okay.
RZ's Express.
Okay.
Give them a plug. Even though they're not advertising, because I gave his Godfather.
So are you eating meat today?
I'm not planning to, but I might forget when I'm at that benefit tonight if they got free appetizers.
I did forget the first Friday for lunch, but then I remembered for dinner. I mean, I'm not sure. I'll have fish sticks, tuna, and a McDonald's fish sandwich is usually how I get through Fridays.
No Big Arch, the new Big Arch they have.
Big Arch.
They have a new burger at McDonald's.
But it's got meat. I can't eat it.
I know. I didn't know if I just.
You mean they got something like besides like the Big Mac?
Yes.
Remember when they had
this? Isn't really tied to the lamp. This is more of a McDonald's has a new burger.
Remember when they had the McTasty? Remember that thing?
I remember the McDLT.
Yeah, I remember that thing.
Hot side stays hot and the cold side stays cold.
And it didn't last. So what's this new one they have?
What is it? It's like it looks like a.
It's just like a big hamburger.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a Big Mac except without the middle bun. But I think that they're bigger patties, though. It looks like the Quarter Pounder patties. But it's called the Big Arch, and they're doing like a big, hey, everybody, talk about how great our new sandwich is. I have not heard anybody yet.
No, but he's really like coming
Colbert
out.
was doing a bit on the video they released where the owner of the franchise, the CEO, takes a bite, and it's just like a nibble out of it. Like he won't even take a full bite out of it. I don't know.
Doesn't Burger King have some like bourbon Whopper thing?
They got something too, yeah.
That they're advertising right now.
I don't eat as much fast food now. I'm losing weight.
I hardly don't eat. I never eat fast food. Like other than like if I go to McDonald's, I'll get like a hash brown patty, or like a biscuit or something. And if I go after breakfast, I get like French fries. I can't remember the last time I had a McDonald's.
No, if I get a burger and fries, I might go to Kraken and get like a good one. You know?
Yeah, why not?
A really nice one.
Yeah. And I know they don't advertise, but Chili's has Chili's that $10.99 deal. You get a burger, fries, and another side item. That's a hell of a deal.
That's not the one where they have the burger cut in half and it's in cheese.
That I don't know.
What is that?
All I know is a friend of mine went there
Applebee's,
with
maybe?
I think Applebee's.
a friend of mine went there with his wife the other day because they were out by the mall, and he just said, God, he goes, I was stuffed. He goes, for 11. He goes, we ate for basically $25, two of us. That's hard to do these days and be full.
So you haven't seen this burger? They cut in half.
No.
And then they put at both ends face down, and it's a pool of cheese.
Yeah.
And then you can like
fondue
sop up
cheese.
the cheese with the burger.
Yeah,
That's
It's
disgusting.
a heart attack waiting to happen.
That's gross.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's
That sounds like a poor version of shepherd's pie.
yeah.
You like shepherd's pie?
I've never tried it. I
I've
know
had-
it's difficult to make from watching
I've
Hell's
had
Kitchen.
good shepherd's pie, and I've had really bad shepherd's. There's a place in Evanston right by Northwestern's campus. It's an Irish bar. I can't remember what it's called, but, man, they had the best shepherd's pie. I remember because I always stay in a hotel right by the
Is
basketball
that a
arena.
Scottish thing or Irish thing? What is it?
It's an English thing.
English thing.
It's
okay.
basically a meat gravy type thing with mashed potatoes on top of it, but I've had bad versions of it too.
Yeah, when it's made well, it is delicious.
But it looks like it would be something hard to make.
Yeah, for sure.
Compare it to the Harty's thing that you made. Made Kurt eat that time. What was that thing?
I didn't make him eat it. I mean,
Dared him to eat it.
Feeney dared him to eat it.
Dared him.
And
He ate two.
And he ate two of them.
The monster biscuit or whatever it
Monster
was.
burger.
And
No, it was the biscuit.
no, it was
morning.
breakfast. This was breakfast.
We used to do a remote at the Harty's in Coralville before the Iowa
and it
home
was
games.
poured in gravy, wasn't it?
Oh yeah,
Drenched
gravy.
in-
He's covering it.
just covered in gravy.
I witnessed it. I watched it.
Oh my God!
You watched him eat both of them?
I watched him eat both of them. I was there doing the
So
remote.
did he eat them both just get it done, or did he take his time?
He took his time, but it was done within like an hour.
How did he feel?
I don't know. I left right after the remote was over.
Was he proud?
He was proud. Yeah. It was an
Okay.
accomplishment for Kurt.
I do remember that.
Yes,
Does Hardy still
You and
have that?
Feeney did the show at the station, and then I had to go to Harty's, and we did like the remote before the home games.
Okay. Yeah, Feeney was the one who made the.
Yeah,
he goes,
Feeney
I
made 'em,
dare
yeah.
you to eat two of them, and Means took him up.
He did.
Well, wasn't it Kurt Means' business?
Yes.
That was kind of his saying. He
It was
meant
his Kurt
business
means
that day.
business, yeah.
All right, hello.
Pat, how would you like a nice Scotch egg for breakfast?
Scotch egg. What do you mean?
Take a hard-boiled egg and you wrap it in raw sausage, and then you batter that and then deep fry it.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No offense, but that does not sound too appealing.
Oh, delicious.
Okay, I'll take your word for
Don't
it.
they serve those at the beer festival, like the Oktoberfest?
I think so. Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
That just didn't sound. I mean, I like eggs at times too. I can't eat them consistently, but there's times where, man, I have a craving for a nice omelet. My mom used to make poached eggs. We had this little thing she made them with, and they were good. I'd throw a bunch of pepper on them and then put them between two pieces of toast and eat like an egg sandwich. But I don't know, that just didn't sound too good. But the caller said it's good. Would you try that?
I've been offered, and I didn't want it. It doesn't sound good to me.
I'm on your side there with that. Deep fried egg.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's sausage in it or not.
But I do like eggs, but I can't eat it consistent. I know Captain does not like. He doesn't eat eggs.
No.
He does not like eggs.
What about
at all.
eggs on a burger? I've seen that at some restaurants.
I
Put,
don't
like,
get
the
it. I
fried
don't.
egg on the burger.
Why?
I don't know either.
I don't.
It's like putting pineapple on pizza. Why?
Yeah.
Oh, my sister likes pineapple.
My mom used to eat sometimes. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? She'd be like, mind your own business.
We
a
have
little
wars because my sister would want it, and so we get it half on half. But,
Yeah.
any half and half pizza, you're going to taste the half you don't want on the half.
Well,
you
then
have.
I rewind to my mom. Your pineapple juice is rubbing onto
Right.
my slices, and she's like, "Who paid for you, little shite head, and then it would always be in. It would always end that way.
That's when we would get Little Caesars, because you could get one pizza that had the pineapple on it and one that had like sausage and meat on it.
She'd call me a shite head because she didn't want to use the real S word.
Oh, that's actually what she said.
Oh, she always said shite. She never said the S word. And there are times when I piss her off, she'd call me a little shite head.
Oh, my mom swore all the time. Still does.
My mom was not a swearer. My dad, yes, everything was GD, SOB. Did never the F word or anything, but my dad cussed a lot.
They use the F word a lot now that I'm an adult. When I was a kid, I never heard my parents use the F word, but now that I'm an adult, and my mom says it every once in a while, it throws me off.
Yeah, I don't think I ever heard my dad use the F word. My mom hardly ever cussed.
My dad did on the golf course. He was very, I don't know what in inner competitiveness. It wasn't like whether he'd win or lose. But if he hit a bad shot, he would just curse up a storm.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people do that. My dad golfed a lot too. I'm guessing he probably cussed some on the golf course. I was never with him because I didn't play golf. But okay, how did we get away from the Hawks?
We drifted.
What time does wrestling start?
10
the
o'clock?
men's or women's?
The men's.
Men's is tomorrow and Sunday.
Okay.
But I'm not sure exactly what time.
I saw the Register it was interesting. They did this big story, like breaking news, and the news was that Tom Brands isn't going to be fired. But
I saw that. I got like a push notification.
But I hadn't read who said he was going to get fired. It was just kind of weird. I mean, I had not read anything or heard anything other than Iowa fans wanting him to be fired, but I hadn't heard anything indicating that was even being discussed. So,
somebody in that chat room called you a communist for not liking Scotch eggs.
Okay.
Communist.
I've been called a lot worse in that room.
Yeah, you have.
People are very, very opinionated about their food choices.
I'm trying to look up right now on the Hawkeye site what time the rest of the men's wrestling starts tomorrow. I think it's early too, like 9 or 10. If I remember when Padaski used to cover it for us.
Yeah,
that was like all weekend.
I mean, there is a ton going on. I mean, there's so many sports converging. You have some coming to the end, some just starting, and what have you. Baseball's got a 3-game series. Hopefully, they can get them all in.
They probably will.
Today starts at 2.
Right.
Okay.
And they're not. What I see, the rain isn't supposed to hit again until 8.
Yeah. The only thing with 2 is good luck parking.
Well, here's why I didn't put it in the website. It just says all day for Saturday and Sunday for men's wrestling.
Yeah.
My guess is it starts. I'd guess 9 o'clock probably.
Probably.
It's in State College, right? So maybe
9 our time.
Maybe 8 our time and 9 their time. That would be my guess. Just what Penn State needs: home field advantage. It will be interesting. But no,
at least they'll sell a lot of tickets.
I made it through about halfway through the article, and Brands said it's been the roughest, worst year. Yeah, I would have. Yeah, it's been a bad year.
9 o'clock tomorrow morning, first round and quarterfinals.
But I hadn't heard anything about him being fired. I mean, I hadn't.
No,
that hadn't been discussed by anyone that I can recall. But yeah, they've got issues. Penn State has basically turned the wrestling world into its own little dynasty. They're so far ahead of everybody else. I'm not sure what Iowa can do right now to catch up. I mean, I'm not sure if they ever will catch up to what Penn State's doing right now with Sanderson.
And who do you replace him with?
Well, that's just it. When I wrote a wrestling thing a couple of weeks ago, I'm like, yeah, you can. Okay, you want to fire? Who are you going to replace him with? Cale Sanderson ain't coming here. David Taylor just got hired by Oklahoma State. He's not coming here. I mean, who are you going to get that's a noticeable, easy step up? That's why I think he does deserve more time, too. I think he deserves at least another year. Now, if they duplicate this year, next year, have a similar type season where they lose, then he's going to, my guess is then he'll probably be in trouble. And, I mean, Beth Getz, I don't believe she was quoted, but Beth Getz isn't going to talk publicly about.
No.
They just don't do it that way. But the article said multiple sources have told the Register that he's not going to be fired. Okay, that's fine, because I hadn't heard anyone say he was going to get fired. And, again, wrestling's got problems. There's no way to ignore it. They've got serious problems. They are nowhere close to Penn State right now. And Oklahoma State looks like showing signs that it's going to be kind of maybe pulling away from Iowa a little bit. So we'll see. It's not just a matter of trying to catch up with Penn State anymore. Iowa's got other teams that are moving past it.
In and out of conference.
Yes. And,
Iowa State.
Ohio State beat Iowa.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and Ohio State beat Iowa. Did they beat them twice this year? I know they beat them at least once. So
yeah, I think they met in the duels. And
then they beat. Yeah, so yeah, no, it has not been a good year. But again, I don't think it's time to fire Tom and Terry Brands. So we'll see what happens. But attendance is going to be a key thing next year, because there's been a drop in attendance this year from the people I know that go consistently. There's been way more empty seats. So next year, to me, is the make or break year for the Brands
They lost to Ohio State in November and in February.
And the November one was like 27-12, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was not close.
It was not close.
Let me look up here again. 27-12, very good.
Wow.
The last one was 24-9.
That's some others. Harty only remembers the bad stuff.
Well, 24-9 ain't that much better. It's
It's
only,
not.
Yeah.
No, this has been a bad year, and Tom Brands did acknowledge that. It's been a bad year. I think a lot of Iowa fans, though, from what I can tell, they want a coaching change, or they want assistant coaching changes. They want something. They want Iowa to show them something, reason to keep hope. And to me, the best thing they can do right now is just have faith that the Brandses can get it done, because, they're not going to go anywhere right now. And so we'll see. But, again, Penn State is just – they're a machine that's out of control right now, and I don't see anyone stopping them. Now, Oklahoma State down the road, they got that kid coming from Fort Dodge. That's a huge loss that Iowa couldn't get that Drayshawn Ross to stay in state. He is as good as I've ever seen wrestling at the high school level. He is incredible, and he was a really good football player too, and he's going to Okie State. That's a big loss.
I'm just looking here. They did beat Iowa beat a lot of ranked teams, but more like the 10-20 types, and they beat 2 top 10 teams. They actually beat Oklahoma State early
And
in the
the
year.
thing is, the teams 10-20, they're not that. That's not Iowa's rule to be. There's not a ton of wrestling programs left. To be 10, to be ranked in the top 20, yes, it's an accomplishment, but those teams that are like 18th, 9th, they're not very good.
They beat Oklahoma State, and who else is the other ranked team they beat? They won at Nebraska.
Yeah, and what was Nebraska ranked?
Number 6.
Yeah, that was their best. I think that was their best performance of the year. The Okie State win was good. That was was that early?
And they beat number 10 Michigan too. Okie State was like way early, like in one of the tournaments.
Yeah, that's right. Thought. Yeah, so they had
won the national duels. Okay,
but see,
Oklahoma.
the thing is, the teams seemed to get worse as the season progressed.
Yeah,
And
I can see that.
Certain wrestlers who you thought were really going to have good years haven't really produced. So no, it's just been a bad year overall. But Tom Brands, he's done so much for this program. I think he deserves some more time to try to fix things. And the only way you fix things is by recruiting better wrestlers. It's not rocket science.
Well, he keeps, when I interview him, he says we have the talent to do this.
Well, I get that. I think
Is
part
that
of
just
that's
protecting his
part of
guys?
that's coach speak,
Yeah.
and maybe he does feel that, and he does believe that. Okay, if that's the case, then show us. At some point, you're going to have to show us that these are the guys, because the proof's right out there on the mat.
Is NIL an issue with Iowa wrestling?
I don't think so. They paid a lot of money for Stephen Buchanan, for those guys that Buchanan came through. No, they've spent a lot of money on NIL. And when Brands is asked about it, you can tell he hates it. But he's like, we're going to do it. Everyone else is doing it. We got to do it. It's the only way you can compete. No, they've had money NIL. Do they have as much as Penn State? I doubt that. But I don't think NIL's. Look at that facility they built.
Yeah.
They got that beautiful facility there. I don't think that's an issue. They just got to get better wrestlers. And that's no knock on the guys they have now, because maybe those guys are better. But then, if they are, develop. They got to develop and just have better guys out on the mat. It's that simple.
All right.
Take a break and then 45 minutes of nonsense, or what?
Well, see what we get.
We'll take calls, too.
All right. Hawkfanatic on the mighty 1630 KCJJ.
Your life is always changing, and a lot of things can affect how and what you save. So a good retirement plan changes with your life. At Wells Fargo Advisors, we believe conversation leads to financial clarity. So start a conversation today. Wells Fargo Advisors. Together, we'll go far. For information locally, call 338-3799 or 866-217-2369 or stop by 501 12th Avenue, Suite 201, Coralville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC.
This is Leah Pasha, and I've been saying, hit a deer, call Premier for years. And it works. Deer divots and dings do damage, but Premier Auto will do right by you. That's what my dad Nathan's driving at and dreams about. Do yourself a favor. When your car is dinged, be a deer and call Premier. The deer don't like Premier, but you will. Premier Automotive, North Liberty's premier auto body repair shop.
Hit a deer? Call Premier.
You love our food at the Oxyoke Inn. How about helping prepare or serve it? If you are dependable for weekly schedule shifts, we have a position for you. You'll be trained by the best. Apply for cook, baker, food server, or bartender online at oxyokeinn.com or in person. We'll even buy you lunch, dinner, or Sunday brunch. Oxyoke Inn, an Amana College tradition since 1940. Apply today.
GT Carr, owner of Supple's Building and Remodeling, has been offering unmatched service and quality for over 25 years. The trained professionals at Supple's Building and Remodeling will install and guarantee the products used in any job, no matter how big or small. They also stand behind their work and offer no-nonsense, exceptional customer service from design to completion and beyond. Whether it's a simple window replacement or a major house addition, you'll have the confidence that Supple's Building and Remodeling is committed to quality. Visit Supples.net or call them today at 319-337-2246.
1-800-800-ROSE. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist is the only number you need to know to send flowers anywhere in the country or Canada from anywhere in the country. 1-800-800-ROSE. It's so easy. Just remember one number. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist. 1-800-800-ROSE. Remember,
don't wait for an emergency to get a backup for your car keys. Unlike the olden days, car keys have gotten extremely complex. Mike's eKeys for Cars can generate the most technically advanced automotive keys that are on the market today. For spares and lost keys, Mike's eKeys for Cars can produce most conventional transponder, high security, and remote head keys. Mike's eKeys for Cars will keep you on the road. Call 319-330-9185 and schedule an appointment today. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 319-330-9185 today.
When you go to a family restaurant, you want three things. One, a wide selection of breakfast, lunch, and dinner items. Two, you want those selections to be affordable and delicious. And three, you want to be treated like family. You get all three at the Midtown Family Restaurant. Breakfast items available anytime the doors are open. Legendary tenderloins, onion rings, and hot roast beef sandwiches. Daily specials at each location, and no matter if you're coming in solo or with a group of 20, you get the same special family treatment. The Midtown Family Restaurants at Court and Scott Streets and at the Walmart Plaza on Highway 1 West. Follow them on Facebook or at MidtownFamily.com. The family's waiting for you.
There's a problem here in eastern Iowa. There's not enough Hawkeye fans. I mean, really, shouldn't everybody be a Hawkeye fan? Well, maybe not, but you should be a fan of my team at Hawkeye Title and Settlement. Hi, I'm Steve Anderson, and my team of experts at Hawkeye Title and Settlement know what they're doing. Call us at 351-8600. Hawkeye Title and Settlement, the team you love, the people you trust.
Don't let just anyone take care of your smile. At Diamond Dental, you can expect compassion, expertise, and a personalized care plan to protect your teeth for life. With more than 30 years of combined experience, Dr. Forbes and his staff are prepared to tackle even your toughest dental problems, leaving your smile healthy and sparkling. Diamond Dental offers a full range of general and cosmetic dentistry, as well as dental treatment options for snoring and sleep apnea. It's never too early to start thinking about what's best for your smile. Schedule an appointment today by calling 319-390-3703 or visiting the office at 5815 Consul Street Northeast, Suite D1 in Cedar Rapids. You can also visit DiamondDentalPC.com for more information. Dr. Forbes is a proud sponsor of the Hawkeye Wrestling Club and the Inner Circle. Let the Diamond Dental team provide superior care for your entire family.
Diamond Dream Sports Academy, 20,000 square foot indoor facility, holds 8 batting cages, space for infield work, space for throwing and pitching and all your arm care needs. Offers private instruction, group lessons, camps and clinics, leagues, memberships. Rentals available at Diamond Dreams is open to the public.
Our top level instructors include former professional, college, and Olympic athletes. Our coaches will help these athletes achieve their full athletic potential, develop a strong work ethic, and a solid base to build. The last thing you want to do is look back and wish you had worked or played harder.
Locally owned and established in 2005, Diamond Dreams is Eastern Iowa's premier training facility. Located at 2905 Stoner Court, North Liberty. Call today and reserve your time. 319-665-2173. 319-665-2173.
Check out the best source for your Iowa City area high school sports coverage. Go to yourprepsports.com. Hi, this is Pat Harty. City High, West High, Liberty High, Regina, West Branch, Solon, Clear Creek, Amanic. Your Prep Sports has all the boys and girls high school sports you crave. You'll get free, in-depth reporting from dedicated sports journalists on your favorite teams: football, basketball, golf, volleyball, track, softball, and baseball seasons. Profiles, pictures, video, and more. Get in on the action. Go to yourprepsports.com today and spread the word.
You've worked hard to build your business. Long hours, choosing an ideal location, and finding just the right employees to empower your mission. Whether you're running a retail shop, corporate office, bar, or warehouse house, you also need the tools to make everything run just so. If you're looking for a partner to meet your operational needs and budget, look no further than Big Dog Tech Solutions. At Big Dog Tech Solutions, they partner with businesses all across the area to deliver high-speed bulk internet packages, commercial TV programming, and custom camera installations designed to protect your assets and improve efficiency. Plus, they offer Illumilight's permanent outdoor lighting that can be customized to make your business stand out. With over 25 years of experience, their licensed and insured technicians offer unmatched service and expert support to any job. Upgrade your business with the tools you need. Go to BigDogTEK.net or call them today for a free estimate at 319-395-0800. That's 319-395-0800.
KCJJ Weather. Brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
We have a fairly powerful spring storm system that's going to move across the region today into tonight, bringing the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms. And those thunderstorms could produce hail, wind, even tornadoes. Stay weather aware here later today through tonight. Things could get a little rocky. Otherwise, rain and thunderstorms today, 70 tonight. Rain and thunderstorms down to 40 on Saturday, clearing, high of 48. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Currently, it's 51.
And we are back with the second portion of the Hawkfanatic program. Tom Suter will be back on Wednesday. He'll be traveling back on Monday, so he won't be on for Monday's show, but he'll be back here on Wednesday.
But he'll be back in here on Tuesday, I would assume, right?
Yes, yeah. But if you want to come in and say hi to him, you can.
I was trying to get Adam on today, but he's out of town on business. He couldn't do it, but we'll get him on sometime next week.
I'd like to talk about how the women did in the Big Ten tournament and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Look at who I was going to play in the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, there'll be plenty to talk about. Adam, he's just really busy. I mean, he's, with young kids and his job and what have you. So, but we still try to get him at least once a week.
He does a lot with Solon schools, right?
Yeah, and he coaches his kids.
I know he's on the school board.
I think he's on the school board.
Because they're in the state tournament for boys this coming week on Monday. So,
did you see that highlight of that girl from some team? She scored 7 points in like 6 seconds.
Yeah, and they won the game. Yeah,
they won the game because they couldn't inbound the ball. She kept taking it away, and it was just boom, they won.
Yeah.
And it just shows you that almost anything can happen.
That was all over social media yesterday.
Yes,
I think I saw it like 5 times.
Her last name was Smid, S-M-I-D.
Oh yeah, I know Jackie Smid.
I can't remember. I can't remember what her first name
Channel
was.
2.
But then, boy, you got to feel for the team that just.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, I'm not saying they choked, but they did something similar. They just didn't. They couldn't get the ball in bounds. But
yeah. And she had quick hands. I mean, it wasn't like they were awful passes, but they weren't good passes. But yeah, she was there, Johnny on the spot for sure. that was good video to see.
And then what do we have? What's left for us team wise?
We have Solon and Regina boys next week.
Oh, so all the girls stuff.
All the girls stuff. All of our teams have been eliminated.
Okay.
Yeah. So
how many did we have to begin?
3. We had West High, we had Clear Creek Amana, and we had Regina.
Did they all lose in the?
They all lost in the quarterfinals. Yeah.
Quarterfinals. Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have a game Monday with Solon at 3:45, and then Regina at 3:45 on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yeah.
And then we'll see from there.
Yeah.
God, high school basketball is almost – it's incredible how fast.
Then Ray actually gets some time off.
Yeah.
Basketball season takes forever, but it seems like the end happens really fast, if that makes any sense.
This men's, college basketball season, I think, has flown by.
Yeah, no.
It feels like.
Well, for me in the old days when I had to travel to everything, it was more of a grind. Now when I'm not traveling there as much, it does go a little faster. But to me, nothing goes faster than football. I mean, 3 months.
Yeah.
You play one game a week. It's just
and those bye weeks they're heartbreaking for the fans. They really are.
We're going to be starting spring practice pretty soon, aren't we? Here, University.
A couple weeks. Yep.
Couple weeks. Then the spring open practice in April.
Yeah. That's usually the third Saturday in April. Yeah. I mean, it's.
Not that far away.
And then we start counting the days till the start of the 26th season, which at my age, I hate doing that.
The way too soon top 25. I want it right now. Break it down.
That and 100 days until kickoff, and they'll start doing that.
They have the different Iowa players and their uniform
Let's
numbers.
At least get through baseball spring training first before we talk about college football.
Yeah. World Baseball Classic. Isn't the Team USA tonight?
I think so,
I think they play tonight, their first game.
Yeah.
And then doesn't Caitlin play in something in March? Isn't
Yeah,
there
there's like a world tournament that
World
she's
Basketball
part of.
Cup or something like
World
that.
Cup or something like that. Yeah.
I saw a Gatorade commercial with her, kind of a low sugar Gatorade she's promoting.
Yeah, it's a new thing that they've never done before. A sugar-free Gatorade.
Well, there is a Gatorade Zero that's. I've been drinking that. That's the only Gatorade I still drink. The regular Gatorade's just got way too much sugar in it.
Well, I wonder if this is.
Yes.
There is Gatorade Zero.
Well, they're advertising this like it's her new thing.
Yeah, because they do have something called Gatorade Zero that's got
then.
no sugar in it.
Maybe that's it then.
And it doesn't taste bad. It's not. I have to be thirsty to drink Gatorade. It's one of those things where it's not one of those things you kind of drink casually.
No, you feel like I'm dehydrated. I need something right now.
When I was playing youth football, 6th, 7th grade, I'd come home, all the pads. My mom would help me take the pads off, and then she'd always have a thing of lemon lime Gatorade. Because back in the mid-'70s, I think that's the only Gatorade there was.
Yeah, there weren't any flavors.
It was just the lemon lime.
Yeah. The lemon lime.
I don't think there was. I think orange was the first one they came up with after the lemon lime was the first one.
It was in a glass bottle.
Yeah,
yeah.
My mom used to have. She used to have one of those always waiting for me. And they used to have, some of them used to have like NFL promotions on them.
Yeah.
Too. Like the lids would have different NFL players.
Well, wasn't it one of the Cowboy coaches or was it a college coach that formulated Gatorade?
It's called Gatorade.
Well, it was something to do with the Florida Gators,
right.
some type of.
I only know that because of the commercial.
There's a commercial. Yeah. They talked to the nutritionist or somebody who came up with a drink. They wanted to aid their Gators.
I remember the coach had a Southern accent in the first commercials. Quenches your thirst 12 times faster than water.
And it did.
12
I will say,
faster.
I loved lemon lime
the
Gatorade.
FDA had something to say about that.
Nothing was better than a thing of lemon lime cold Gatorade right after football
yeah,
practice.
Absolutely.
If RFK Jr. has his way, look, I brought politics like Steve would. We would get rid of all of it because he's going after the Dunkin' Donuts for having sugar in their coffee.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee, so I couldn't.
While people in Massachusetts
if people want to have sugar in their coffee, that's their choice.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Why are we telling everybody what they can do and what they can't do now?
Yeah, he's like, I can justify.
Who we put in charge of it?
Justify a teenage girl getting a coffee with 15 tablespoons of sugar in it or something like that. It's their choice.
Why don't you tell a teenage girl what she can and can't drink? How that goes.
Good luck with that, RFK.
And my parents were strictly coffee black, and scalding hot. They wanted it so hot it would like burn their lips when they would drink it. They'd always at restaurants say, "This isn't warm enough. Can you go microwave it?" And they never put anything in it. Ben McCollum was actually talking. He drinks 2 cups of coffee a day, and he's strictly coffee black. And he's like, "Man, don't put cream or sugar." He goes, "You can't do that." But I've never had coffee, so I couldn't say what's right or wrong. I've never taken a sip of coffee. Do you drink coffee?
I will have a frappe if somebody if I pick it up or Steve picks it up on like a weekend morning or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that counts as coffee.
It really doesn't. Cause
it's more like ice cream that
has
has
a chocolate smoothie,
caffeine in it.
A coffee smoothie,
So that's where he goes to.
He'll go to McDonald's
and hold the drive-through line up for like 15 minutes while they're making your guys' 2 little wussy drinks.
I went in there to pick it up the last few times. He had me go in because he was, he had.
So do you go in or do you just go to the drive-through?
Drive-through. And I could see the guy making it. And at one point he put the cups down and then threw out the garbage and then came back and made them.
And then put his hand in it.
No, he did not put his hand in it. I would have checked for that.
What would you have done if he would have dipped his forehead in it or his chin?
No, I usually go to Quick Star. It's a lot quicker for me to go to Quick Star. No pun intended. But they have a little machine there. You just pop it up and get a frappe there.
Because don't they take a while to make?
At Quick Star, it takes maybe like a minute or 2.
How about McDonald's?
Yeah, about the same.
Okay.
But yeah, there's like a mixer and you got to pour it in and everything like that.
Because I know at Panera they're making those things, and man, those things look like they're really hard to make too.
Yeah, it's not just like you hit a spigot and fill something up.
Yeah. I mean, you got to memorize so much stuff because the other day I was in there and it just holds up the line because the same girl that's taking orders has to stop and make this. What do you guys call it?
Yeah, it's separate from the food. Yeah, I did notice that. It's like a different area he had to go to.
And she had to go get a blender. Then she had to go get all this stuff.
Half the time they just tell Steve the machine's broken.
And just hope he goes away.
Yeah, we're not serving right now or something. He goes away.
Then does he complain? Or
then he goes away.
He goes away.
Yeah.
And then he comes here and complains.
Quick Star, I can go to the machine, so I'm not holding anybody up.
Right.
Yeah.
This is pure black coffee, and it's very strong.
Like your men?
Like my men.
So you guys have a coffee machine back there?
No, I brew it
We
at home.
do, but nobody uses it. We use the thing more for like water for the cats and stuff.
Does Suter drink coffee?
I don't think so.
He does, but not he. I mean, he drinks it at home.
Okay.
Yeah, he's always got this. Where is it over?
Steve doesn't drink coffee, does he?
No.
No, he drinks
I brew
Diet
it-
Coke.
I brew it at home, put it in a thermos, and bring it.
4:30 in the morning, he's at that machine putting coins.
I
and getting
drink
a
Diet
Coke.
Mountain Dew and water.
Yeah.
I'm drinking more water now
I
than I
have
ever
Mountain Dew
have.
Zero. I'll do on like the weekends.
I opened up a gallon thing of water yesterday, and I'm 2/3 of the way through it today.
A lot of water for me too.
Yeah.
That's the best thing
That's
for
what
you.
the doctors always say. Just drink water. Just drink water. If you want to lower your A1C, just drink water.
I don't like the water that has the THC in it that has any kind of sparkling water like that.
Yeah. No, I'm not
the
gonna-
seltzer water.
I don't need to get a buzz drinking water. I mean,
No.
I'm
the
all
pops
for-
that they have on other
I'm
hand
all
are pretty
for
good.
the legalization of marijuana, but it doesn't need to be in everything.
There are THC pops you can get too. Cappy can, and there's some other one they got at John's that you can get that tastes like Dr. Pepper and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But yeah, in general I don't like seltzer water.
I don't
know why it's a big thing now and everybody wants it.
Oh, I didn't realize
Get
it
White
was.
Claw. Yeah, White Claw. Alcohol. They have alcohol infused sparkling water. It's been a thing for like a few years now.
When you say out, like what proof? Like is it
I
like
don't know
a-
what the proof is, but that's what
Is
all
it
the
like
college
well,
kids go by.
So my guess is it's probably at least 4.2, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Probably.
That seems like that's kind of the low base. I mean, that's what like Miller Lite is 4.2.
Yeah.
Then I look at some of those IPAs, 8.9, 9.9. The highest one I've ever seen is 12.9.
I had a non-alcoholic IPA at Joe's place the other night. It was still pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strong. What do you mean?
It just that taste is
But
IPA is an overpowering taste.
Yeah, I've never.
Oh no, not alcohol. There's no alcohol in it, but I mean it just tastes like an IPA.
But isn't IPAs known for having more alcohol content in
Yeah,
them? That's what makes it
so. It
special.
tastes like it has more alcohol, but it doesn't have any alcohol in it.
Because some of those IPAs, for every one bottle of light beer I drink, that's 3 of those.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's that's why they're so expensive too.
I will say I bought a bottle of water at the Hawkeye game last night, and I could have bought a case of it at Hy-Vee.
How much was it?
$6.
Yeah. Did you get any food?
No.
Their food, like a Suter said, their cheeseburgers and stuff aren't bad. And if you get the fries right when they're fresh, they're not bad either.
No,
and then of course
pretty
they've got
good.
Chick-fil-A there too.
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, you can get a sandwich and a bag of potato chips. And I think it's like $12.50, something like that, or maybe a little less than that. They got spicy and regular.
Somebody was walking around with walking tacos yesterday. I've never
Yeah, I've
that
seen them there. They're there. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never had one, but you can get them there too.
One of the kids from KRUI had a picture of his on Instagram at Carver. I said, "Now, what is that called?" He said it was a walking taco because some people call taco in a bag.
That's not the same.
No, that's not right.
No.
I said, "Okay, now I'll keep following you on Twitter." Then. Otherwise, I would have had to unfollow for taco in a bag.
Carver cones were a hit all through the game. I saw people coming up and down the stairs with them all
And
game.
then like 60 deep in line waiting to get them.
Yeah. Oh, if you're heading to an Iowa baseball game this weekend, when I was at the game, not this week, but the one before that, I can't remember if they played last week. They were setting up the concession stands, and they were setting up the booth that has all the merchandise. So I think that'll be up and running this weekend.
So you were just over by the base.
Like a week ago Tuesday.
What the press box look like?
It's the same, packed with people that like Big Ten plus.
But I thought aren't they in the process of?
That will be in the off season. No, nothing has changed.
I thought Heller was quoted something recently saying that it's going to be
over the summer. That's why they're playing in Des Moines that last series, so they can start earlier.
Okay, for some reason I must have read something.
They got Purdue and Des Moines, like the last quote unquote home series is in Des Moines, so they can get started on the project like 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, they're
earlier.
doing the press box, and they're going to
Central stands.
They're going to improve the seating too. Yeah,
the central seating.
They're way behind. They're so far
Custom
behind.
seats, where you actually sit in the seat.
I mean, the
so.
lights and the field itself, that stuff's fine.
Yeah, it looks great.
And they built a bigger clubhouse now for the team, but they really need a new press box and they need more seating.
I would go to more games for the whole game if they had a press box I could actually sit in. I'm not going to sit in the stands when it's 45 degrees for like 3 hours. I'm not just to get some audio after the game. I'm not going to do it.
No, I don't go. When I cover Iowa baseball, like I said, I'll usually follow the first couple innings on Twitter. And then I head over there and get over there about the 4th or 5th inning, and then just watch the rest of the game because there's nowhere to sit.
Yeah, you're right. Even the radio guys have to sit now in the stands because they got Big Ten Plus up there.
And if the game's on the Big Ten Network, I'll watch it until like the 6th or 7th inning at home, and then go to the field so I can do all the post game stuff. But that will change when you have more room. But right now they barely have room for just the Iowa personnel. There's so much more personnel involved with doing a game now because of the internet and all the stuff you have to do.
Yeah, I'm basically the same. I go there like probably for a weekday game at least, I'll go there like this early in the season. Like maybe I'll see when it's like the 5th or 6th inning, and then I'll head over there and get the audio from Heller after the game. So
yeah, and I don't think I think the guys at the Register and Cakert's guy
Kyle Huseman,
they should get seats before they cover way more games. And I mean, Huseman gets there for batting practice.
Huseman's okay. Here's what I like about Huseman, because he'll post game news conference, he'll be the first to ask questions, and they've just beaten somebody like 17-2. And I'm not going to ask, well, what did you think was the key to this game or anything? He is asking those kind of questions, like, what did you think about this situation?
So were you there for the game they won 34-?
I was there for the end of it.
So you did the post game for that?
Yes.
Was the same questions asked? What was the key to this game?
I mean, it was not that specific question, but there was more like this particular play.
You got to give that kid credit.
How did this guy look who went 3 for 4?
You got to give him credit. He works his ass off covering Iowa baseball.
He does. I give him all the credit.
He gets there for batting practice.
He tweets every half inning what happened.
Every half inning, and sometimes he's just talking to himself.
Yeah, so I let him lead the news conference.
No, and that's what, to me, he deserves a seat more than I do.
I agree 100%.
I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah, me too.
Hello.
Hello. Now, I sit out there 3 hours and put up with, and I'm an old dude. But anyway, I had some people right behind me that were broadcasting, and I listened to them. They were kind of interesting.
Probably the KRUI kids.
Yeah, I think that's who they were.
It could have been the network, though. Hawkeye Network's outside now, I think, too. I think I see John out there.
I never leave early. I've always sat through all of it.
Well, you're better than we are.
And John Leo does a good job, too.
He does a great job.
He does a really good job covering him, too. Yep.
Well, anyway, you guys have a good day.
All right.
I wish you could hear him down here, but they don't put him on KXIC. They have him on a Cedar Rapids station.
That was Karn round 2.
Yeah. She said she was a dude.
A double dose of Karn, and she called herself a dude.
She did call herself a dude. It's an office line call.
Yeah.
That's money waiting to happen.
It could be.
Could be.
Get them on the line. Get them on the air.
Somebody asking us to take the story off the website.
Probably, yeah, usually.
That's usually what those calls are at this time of day?
So it depends.
I got one last week that was, can you take the story down? The chart has been dropped, and I saw that they have like a pending trial coming up.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess they weren't dropped. It's like, whatever.
I dealt with one earlier this week, and I said, what about this one? And he goes, no, not that one, the one before that one. He didn't care about the one that was we just recently published. It was one like 2 years ago.
Well, we had the one woman who called. Now we're sharing stories of people complaining about our news stories.
Yes.
Where I did a story where a guy had allegedly attacked some people and he stabbed a door and there were kids present.
Yeah.
And I said the kids were on the other side of the door. And the woman called and said they were not on the other side of the door. Well, where were they? That's none of your business. It's like, well, they said he was, I don't know. It seemed like a minor thing to be bothered about. Not that it happened. She was like, oh, yeah, he used the knife and he stabbed the door. There just weren't kids behind it. It's like, well, if they're on his side, it's not really that much better.
No, not really.
So
I'm going back to the Hawks.
Yeah, please do.
Sure.
Interesting. I'm seeing this discussion on Twitter. Let's see, Derek Jordan, CBB, Purdue B-ball guy with a blue check mark. He says, laugh out loud at officiating in this Michigan game. They refuse to let Michigan lose. Unbelievably one-sided. Never seen 5 touch fouls in a row on one end and 0 called the other way. Wild stuff. Then the first response, touch fouls. FSS. Oh, I know what that's.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Every drive to the basket, Iowa is mauling people. I wouldn't expect Michigan fans to agree. They believe their team is perfect and should get all the calls. So basically, this is a Purdue and a Michigan fan going at it. And Purdue is defending Iowa because Purdue beat Iowa. They know they're better than Iowa, but they're not better than Michigan, so they're pissed off that Michigan's – that's just the origin of all – let's see this guy. Iowa's playing dirty defense and hacking every single freaking time. Maybe watch the game with your eyes open, pussy. Laugh out loud.
Elon made that great, didn't he?
Okay, laugh out loud with a thumbs up. Keeping Michigan in it the last 5 minutes. Disgusting stuff. Hi, I'm an Iowa fan, and we have no home whistle. Only team in the conference without one. Okay? I think the officiating evened out in the end. When they win in the bonus so early in the second, I thought it was over, but they started giving Iowa some of those calls. But if Michigan gets these types of calls every game, I understand why they're all babies about Iowa's D. Get back. Let's go back. Let's see. Go watch back the Sturts. Jesus, this guy. Go watch back the Sturts.
Yeah.
And one they gave him, and they very next possession called a fouled, F-O-L-U-D, on, is this guy drunk or just on the ground, and didn't give Yaxel the continuation. Then get back to me. When you hate watch, your view get very jaded just because Michigan smacked Purdue around, and then the guy sends him back some This is Twitter.
Yes.
This is what Twitter is right
Here's
here.
what happened to me yesterday. I'm watching, I was doing something else, and I wanted something on in the background, so I put on the Dodgers and Reds preseason game.
Mm-hmm.
And just randomly in the middle of the game, it's like third inning, and the Dodgers just start knocking him out of the park, like left and right, just lighting this guy up. Home run to right field, home run to left field. These are consecutive at-bats. Double down the left field line, home run to right field. I just wrote, I don't think the Reds pitchers are very good. And this guy I follow, and he follows me, you obviously don't watch baseball. They have the second best staff. And want to, argue all these details. I'm like, dude, I watched, 2 innings of a game, and they were getting shelled. That's what, to me, Twitter is.
Right.
Immediacy.
Yeah.
This was not a statement about the team as a whole for the whole season. But he was mad at me for that.
And now
it was 14-13 was the final.
And now there's a tweet with Steve Dace.
Yeah.
He's a big Michigan fan. I don't want to click on this thing because I don't know if it could be cussing, but I'm going to listen to it first. But this is typical Twitter.
Does he swear a lot?
I don't know. I haven't listened.
Okay.
I blocked him.
I don't think Dace sweets.
He's not in sports anymore. He's a big political
right-wing guy.
Doesn't he work for that Blaze TV or something?
Something like that.
But I blocked him years ago on Twitter because it was always the same.
But yeah, his Michigan stuff is.
But yeah,
overwhelming.
He's from Michigan, so obviously he grew up a Michigan fan. I'm going to go listen to this real quick.
You go listen to that. What should we talk about, Hunter?
Well, we could talk about spring training.
Talk about that.
The White Sox are.
I think they're 7-7 now.
7-7.
They got beat again last night by Cleveland.
Cubs are 6-6. The Giants are 9-2. They are the best team in the preseason.
Ladies and gentlemen, Pat Harty has come back from making sure there was no cursing.
Well, I'm not going to play it. He uses the word retarded. He's calling somebody. He's saying somebody's an idiot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I just that word is used so much now, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a word we're not supposed to use.
I'm not going to give him 8 seconds of our airtime because it's just him ripping somebody because they have a different opinion than him, and he calls
shocking.
He calls them retarded. But he's perfect for this era. The shock and awe, the own your opposition on social media type stuff. That's where we are.
Oh yeah, just rip people and no accountability.
Look at
don't have to back it up with facts.
Look at some of the people that make livings just doing ridiculous stuff, like on TikTok, and they do videos of themselves messing with people, and they supposedly make millions, tons of money.
What does it take? Is 1,000 followers before they start monetizing?
I don't
TikTok?
know.
I have no idea. I've never been on TikTok.
I remember seeing something on Twitter. This I can't remember what it was, but they said I'm almost to the point where I can start making money on my TikToks.
Yeah, never been on it. I don't plan on being on it.
I saw a video on X yesterday, and this guy is well known. I can't remember his name. He's kind of famous for starting trouble and filming it.
Is it Jack Doherty?
It might be.
He looks like he's about 18 years old.
Yeah, and he's a little white punk.
Little white guy who's got this big black bodyguard.
That's the guy. He's got the big black bodyguard.
And he goes around and just he
bumps into people on purpose, and then they want to fight him because he has his arms out,
and
intentionally.
He paid somebody at a golf tournament to yell something when somebody. And he got kicked out of the game. But he just does that. And
he acted like a martyr, my free speech was impugned.
And then he supposedly makes a lot of money.
This is one where he bumped the guy because he sticks his elbows way out, obvious, and bumps into a guy, a big muscular guy. And then the guy turns around to, what the hell are you doing? And then, his big bodyguard kind of gets between him, what are you going to do? What do you want to say to me? What's going on?
Oh, geez.
And hides behind the guy. Well, the one I saw, the cop saw him bump the guy first and said, well, that's assault. And just arrested him. Poor bodyguard's just what do I do?
I think I'm
not
going
to fight the cop.
But that's where we are, though. Guys like that can make money.
Oh, yeah, they make a ton of money.
They monetize it, and that's where we are, though, and it's just pathetic.
Yeah. It's all you now and
social media.
Twitch
is...
I'll watch other people do TV shows on their computers.
And people like us with rational thoughts.
Social media is
beloved.
I think
humor,
social media is destroying.
Beloved characters. We make nothing.
Hawkeye Fan 2026. YouTube monetizing. It's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours that people watch your videos.
Okay, thank you.
There you go. There's
care
your
less.
algorithm.
But no, social media is the downfall of everything.
Yeah, it really is. What does Souter always say? It gives a voice to people who don't deserve one. Or
that's about.
Well,
everyone
has a platform now.
Yeah,
and a lot of people take themselves really serious on social media, especially Twitter's the only one. I've never been on Facebook, and I'm only on Twitter for work related. Once I'm done doing this, I'll be off that platform so fast.
I have a TikTok account, but I tried to make a video at the Heartlanders game the other night, and I think it turned out okay.
Yeah.
I've got a guy, my old partner, Big D Don Black, is on TikTok making those videos all the time where he's point at stuff like backgrounds, and he's got like an advanced degree in whatever the hell that is. I'm like, I want to record now. Okay.
Well, I used to post like political stuff on Facebook and stuff like that, and my feelings, and then I realized, like you said, Pat, nobody cares what I think.
No.
I mean, they really shouldn't anyway. I mean,
that goes for around here sometimes.
There's a lot of people writing a lot more eloquent stances on stuff that I can like.
Well, plus I got to be careful too because I've got I don't want to piss off an advertiser who may disagree with me politically. So my political feelings don't really matter. I don't want to piss off any advertisers who don't maybe share my views, and my views are irrelevant.
I follow this guy, and he's totally diametrically different than I am politically, but he restores like beer signs and does cool stuff like that, and that part I like.
Yeah.
So I'll like those posts, but I don't when he tries so Biden's corrupt or whatever. I'm not going to engage in a fight with the guy.
Well,
why would I do that?
I think I have an idea of the politics of that guy who runs the Super Sports 70s account on Twitter.
Yeah.
But I love the sports content and the T-shirts he sells.
Oh, they're great.
I'll buy 1 million of those.
Yeah.
But then he on his podcast starts getting a little political. I'm like,
yeah, he's even political on Twitter.
Yeah,
enough to where I think I
sometimes.
blocked him a while back. Anything left or right that's just overly political, I just block because I don't want it to come onto my feed.
Right.
I mean, there's some hardcore left-wing people that I block too because it's just annoying. I don't want it. I'm on Twitter mostly for sports and for a lot of there's really neat stuff with pets and animals and stuff but I don't care about politics on Twitter. That's personal.
Okay, since we're on the subject, the dog picking the human for their companion. Do you think those videos are real? Where they've got like a bunch of people.
Those are all AI. Most of those
there's a
are
ton
AI.
of AI out there.
So much of that is AI. Like the one where there's a dog, old man sitting out in his patio, and he's got his big, what's that big type of that big cane corso type dog or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. There's one sitting there, and all of a sudden out of the woods comes this big tiger.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden the cane crow rips the tiger apart. Like there's tigers just like hanging out in suburban.
Yeah.
It's just some of that stuff is so
somebody's
stupid.
cat chases off a bear.
Yeah, I've
some of
seen
those are real.
Some of them are real,
But now
most of
they're
them
very
are
fake.
Right.
And what's funny now with a lot of people on Twitter, if there's the first thing a lot of people, Grok, is this true? They just let Grok think for them. That's just where we are. It's so many.
Rock, who is this in the photo?
So many idiots. I mean, it's again, social media has been good, but I think it's done way more bad than good if you add them both up.
Well, the genie ain't going back in the bottle anytime soon.
No. And yeah, it's brought importance to a lot of people that we never would have heard what they had to say because, they were either saying it at their bar stool, at the water cooler, but now they go
or
right,
on bar stool.
They go right on to social media, and boom, here I am.
I think it was George Burns going back many, many years who said it's too bad that the people who should be running the country are barbers and taxi drivers.
Yeah.
Because they always had opinions on stuff.
I like the ones where there's like some renowned doctor who tweets something that people don't agree with politically, and then these people just, what do you know? Bobby Kennedy's. They're sitting there ripping this doctor, and it's just a bunch of people on Twitter who are pushing their
Christy
conspiracy.
Noem getting fired yesterday, and everybody's like, this is great. And then people in the replies are like, well, technically, Fauci killed more people than just one dog. I'm like, well, Jesus, guys.
Yeah, and wasn't she giving a speech when she got fired?
Yeah.
Yes.
She learned about it right before she gave the speech, and then she didn't even
Still
mention
gave
it
the
during
speech, yeah.
Wow.
Which, I mean, what else are you going to do? Just
Yeah,
not give
I
the
guess.
speech?
Good
I
read.
saw where one of the candidates was going to have Hegseth do a campaign appearance for him in Iowa.
That got shut.
It got shut down because we're in a war.
Like Zach Nunn or something.
Yeah, I think it was
like
Zach
that?
Nunn. He had to cancel it.
That was not a good look.
No.
And at least they were smart enough to shut it down
Yeah.
because that was not a good look.
Well, are we in a war or are we not in a war? Who are we asking? And sometimes they give the same different answers.
Yeah, and the same person will give different answers.
Yes, the new Secretary of Health and Homeland Security.
Yeah, Billy Wayne or whatever.
Yeah, the guy with the
Mark
first
Wayne.
names.
Mark Wayne.
Yeah, that clip that he had the other day where he said, "We're at war right now," and blah blah blah. So it's a war.
Have you seen the clip where he challenged the Teamster head to a
That's an old
fist fight?
clip, but I saw it yesterday.
Yes,
it was brought back up. I'm like, that's the same guy.
Bernie was great in that. Sit down. You're a U.S. Senator. Bernie.
Meanwhile, this guy is like a Teamster, fourth generation Teamster from Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not going to want to fight.
And, well, I will say Mark Wayne is a former MA mixed martial arts guy. So he's probably pretty tough,
And
too. And he's
he
little.
had a plumbing business. So
He had a
knows
plumbing business.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, guys. So the best thing I saw in Kristi Noem yesterday, I don't know if it was real or not, but there was like this memorial deal where there was a picture of her, and there were a whole bunch of stuffed dogs, all with bullet holes where the head would be. I cracked up with that one. There was just a ton of these dogs back as a memorial. You have to look that one up, Tommy. It's out there on Twitter.
All right.
Here's what I don't get, and it's going to be this kind of political, but I'm not really ripping Trump with this. But he was known before he was president because he liked to fire people if they were incompetent.
Yeah.
You're incompetent, you're gone.
So did you watch that show, The Apprentice? I never did.
I watched like the first season, I think, and the celebrity one, I think, one of the celebrity ones. But why doesn't he do that at the government level? When somebody's screwing up and making him look bad, get rid of him. Say, this guy's like he did with Kristi Noem.
Well, they said that
he should do that more often.
That was the final straw when she said that Trump signed off on a $250.
She threw him under the bus in front of Congress.
$1 million ad.
That wasn't good.
They immediately denied it, and all of a sudden she wasn't HHS.
All right, back to the Hawks.
Okay, that's all we had.
Yeah, back to the Hawks, guys. Sorry, I found that funny when I saw that on Twitter yesterday, and I thought maybe we'd find a little humor in it. But anyway, we'll go Hawks today. We got a lot of big games going on. You guys have a great weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Yeah, we've talked a lot of Hawks today. I don't know what else to bring up.
God, sorry, I didn't realize it was already 10:20.
Yeah, we're
so then
10 minutes.
Then what's going on tomorrow? Is it the three of us again?
Tomorrow.
No, I'm talking about in here.
We talked about that. We just don't want to do a show tomorrow.
Oh, that's fine with me.
Now you'd be okay with that? And I mean, all we talk about is probably the women's game. Right?
So then, who is here?
Well, we'll be here. We'll do like news and stuff in the morning, but we'll just be done by 9.
Okay.
I'll be here, but I'll get to leave at 9.
Oh, so yeah, you would prefer to leave at 9? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, he'll stay here till 10 and just play music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Molly comes in her normal shift.
Yep. And we got a NASCAR race at 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
Yes, I have already let Mr. Heath know that.
Our tennis team is playing on top of everything else today at 5 o'clock. They host Northwestern.
I'm seeing a lot of golf news releases too, so they must be doing.
They're
pretty
getting
well.
close to playing again.
Well, you've got the winter and spring sports seasons kind of converging on each other,
Yep.
just like the fall and winter seasons do in November. This is November and March are the two busiest months.
In about 2 weeks, we'll have baseball and softball, right? And that's about it.
Yeah.
Will there be track? I think there'll be some track.
Well, track goes until mid-June.
And spring football starts in a
then
month.
you'll have spring football. That starts here in a little bit. And
That's when the speculation starts.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Well, and then spring football, we get access at least once a week throughout. They give us assistant coaches and what have you. So yeah, no, this is
probably a lot of quarterback questions.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of quarterback rankings by national media, and I saw Iowa ranked 18th on one of them and 17th on the other.
Yeah, in the Big Ten.
In the Big Ten, yeah.
I saw that too.
There's no expectations at all for Iowa quarterback play outside of Iowa. And they had one listed Heglinski and the other listed Brown and Heglinski. So it's basically said whichever one starts, they're still ranked 17th in the Big Ten. The other one had them ranked 18th.
As a fan, I don't get mad about that because they're untested. Iowa has a tradition of not having great quarterbacks.
And that's what
recently.
this guy said. He goes, he goes, I think it was Tom Fornelli, who works for CBS Sports.
Yeah, he's good. I follow him.
He said, he goes, hey, he was kind of explaining, I'm not trying to be overly critical because, Iowa doesn't have a great history with quarterbacks. They love Mark Gronowski and think he is a star, and it took him until his 5th conference game to throw a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
So he goes, you got to kind of keep that in perspective because Iowa fans do love Mark Gronowski.
They do.
And he was good in a lot of ways, but he still only threw for like 1,700 yards. The offense.
This fan base was starved for a quarterback who could actually run when there's some pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he did it, and it was like the greatest thing ever.
Well, that was his main weapon.
Yeah.
And he ran a little different than Brad
Was
Banks.
he like the second, number 2 in touchdown rushes for the team on the season or something like that?
He's number 1. He
there.
had 16.
Number 1, okay.
By
Yeah.
far, no one came close. He had 16 rushing touchdowns. He set a record for quarterbacks. And, yeah, he was their best running quarterback since Brad Banks. Now, Brad was different. Brad was faster and more shifty, but Mark ran like a fullback.
He sure did.
Yeah,
and
he was fun.
Other than he did have the knee sprain, but the knee sprain didn't come from, getting hit in traffic. That came from, he was trying to maneuver past somebody. But he never missed a game. I will give him that. He was very durable.
I wonder what his future holds. I mean, he's probably not going to the NFL. He wasn't even invited to the Combine.
He'll get a shot.
Maybe like Canada or something? Or
Well,
maybe somebody pick him up as a free agent, maybe.
He'll get a shot in the NFL. Would I be shocked if he made it? No. I mean, I've seen some quarterbacks, third-team quarterbacks. I'm like, really? That guy's in the NFL? He's going to have to improve his accuracy as a thrower, and he's not going to be able to run like that in the NFL. He'd get killed. I mean, he wouldn't last very long at all, but he'll get a look. But Not worried about him. He was an academic All-American. He's a mechanical engineering major. He's very intelligent. He'll do just fine in whatever he does. I could see him. I think he'd be a great coach. I mean, he's like Bennett Sturtz, just another really good young man. You can just tell. You can just tell he's got a lot of integrity. And the way he's handled the media here, I mean, he and Bennett are they're both class acts. They really are.
Win or lose, they answered all the questions and, weren't disrespectful or anything.
I mean, Bennett is so stoic in how he goes about his business. He's a gentleman. He really is. Just the way he conducts himself, it's pretty impressive.
Well, he had his fiancée with him, his mom and dad, his two of his grandparents were there for senior day, and his brother, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's got a nice support system there.
He does.
So I was watching, and you'll probably make fun of me for this. I was watching the Pat McAfee show the other day. I like it. It's fun.
I've never watched. I just can't stomach that guy.
I'm a wrestling guy, so I can get him.
He's too barstool for me.
Oh, he very much is, but he's not that far anyway. But they pad up the NFL players who could have been franchised and weren't, and are free agents. Tyler Linderbaum was on that list.
Come on, Bears, get him.
Well, that's one of the teams that I'm seeing in this report. It had the Chargers. It has like the top candidates.
Well, the Bears' #1 center, he just retired.
Yeah. Chargers, Giants, Bears are on here. Go back to the Ravens.
He had just signed a $42 million contract. He got like 20. Now he's getting ripped on Twitter. Oh, this coward. Well, how can he leave? Like, it's easy for people to say. I mean, the guy's 27. He's hopefully still have his health, and he doesn't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
Now, financially, however they work that out, that's their business.
He's probably made enough
I don't have a
money
problem with anybody who retires from playing in the NFL early because that sport is brutal.
It is.
It's easy for us to sit here and say, you got to honor that. Maybe he doesn't want to. I mean, and the organization, they'll handle it the right way.
And what a beating, guys that are in there for 12 to 15 years and playing lineman or center.
Oh, look what happened to Mike Webster, the Pittsburgh Steelers center.
Yeah.
He was one of the first cases of really bad CTE.
Yeah,
I didn't read it, but did you? HawkeyeSports.com has a good story that somebody else wrote from like another publication about Robert Gallery.
Well,
CTE.
Halas wrote one of those.
Oh, he wrote that. Okay.
Yeah, he wrote one of those a while back. It's been all over. Yeah, Robert is he's actually using, different forms of hallucinogenic to fight off. Yeah. And he went down to South America. A lot of people are using, I'm not sure if they're like mushrooms, silly type stuff that's helping them with their
ayahuasca, probably.
Yes, that's helping them with, Robert was having some serious problems.
We should do that for the show sometime when Steve gets back. Just all take ayahuasca before the show.
Why not?
Do a Hawkfanatic on or one of us can take ayahuasca, one can take mushrooms, and then somebody can take like LSD, and we'll see.
No, thank you. Imagine Steve on
Suitor
LSD.
on LSD.
How about Steve on LSD?
There'd be feces.
Any of us.
There'd be feces on the walls, and
no, he wouldn't do that.
I don't know about
no,
that.
I'm not saying he would, but
Suitor.
Who knows?
Who's flinging the poop?
Who knows?
Yeah,
You've thrown the allegation out there.
I don't know.
Who's responsible for the poop?
Yeah. Drugs can do a lot of different things to a lot
Molly's
of
going to come in
people.
at the end of the segment and start whipping it around?
Out of spite, maybe.
So you're saying that
metaphorically she has.
You're saying that people who use LSD, eventually they're going to start pooping all over the place?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying if it's like all
it's
of
not
us.
angel dust where you just go nuts and jump out a window.
We're virgins with that
like
stuff.
Helen Hunt.
We're virgins with that stuff.
Yeah, I've never done LSD.
Who knows what it'll do to you?
Never had any interest in that type of stuff.
No, I don't think I could be that out of control of my body.
Yeah,
I'm hallucinating.
Knew some people that they said they liked it. And I mean, hey, that's their choice.
That's
that
why,
was never my
that's
thing.
why I like beer, because you can always tell how far along you are. It doesn't leap out at you. All of a sudden you're just drunk. You drink a beer.
Well, I drink light beer after a while. Hey, you drink 3. It's no different than drinking. The buzz is no different than if you drink 6. I mean, with a light beer, you eventually just hit a level and it's not going to get any worse or better.
Right.
And like Shooter said, all you're going to do is get tired and bloated and hungry.
Yeah.
And that's what happens to me every time I drink beer.
Yeah.
And then I eat and then I go to sleep.
It's perfect formula.
Do you drink light beer?
No.
I only drink light beer. What do you drink?
It just depends. I mean,
like what's your brand of choice?
Blue Moon. I like that.
I like Miller Lite. It's 92 calories per bottle.
Yeah. When I drink beer, I don't worry about calories. I worry about taste.
How much does Blue Moon have in it? Like
probably 180 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I actually started drinking non-alcoholic beer more recently because my buddy James Larson owns Double Z up in Cedar Rapids, and he's like, "Oh, here, Heineken Zero or Guinness Zero. They're not bad." They taste a lot like Heineken and Guinness. So I actually bought a 4-pack of Guinness Zero yesterday at Hy-Vee, which I've never done before.
I'm not a huge fan of beer taste. I drink beer to
that's why I'm not
take the edge
drinking
off.
like Miller Lite Zero or something. I get like the nice beers taste. We found out there's a Red Bull or Red Stripe. Stripe Zero.
I heard that.
Because that was my fancy drinking beer in college.
Red Stripe used to
like
be
if I did a
really
remote
popular.
for KRNA and got like $750 or something. I'd
God, when I was in college, Moosehead was really popular.
Yes, yes.
But now if I drank it, it tastes like skunk water. Ugh, I drank it in college. I couldn't drink it now.
Michelob was high level for a while.
That was high level. And Dos Equis was really big, even before the most interesting man in the world.
I was not a man of much money, shall we say, but I would do a remote at KRNA. I'd get $75 cash an hour. Just handed me at the end of the remote in cash.
Nice.
Go to One-Eyed Jake's. I'm getting a Red Stripe tonight. It's fancy beer night.
Yeah. Becks were really popular in my day, too.
Yeah.
Beck's beer were popular.
Foster's oil cans.
Line and Kugels were popular.
Yep.
Rolling Rock always had specials at the Field House.
Yes.
Real cheap.
I was told.
The real Field House.
Back when Bob Stoops played here, I was told that he used to bring Rolling Rock back from
Girl.
Ohio. Yeah, St. Pauli Girl was another popular one.
Yeah.
But Moosehead and Heineken was really popular. I'm sure it still is now, but I could never drink that.
Everyone gets that, what is it, Spotted Cow or New Glarus or whatever?
Yeah.
That you can't get here, but they go to Wisconsin and pick it up. Yeah.
Yingling's now starting to pick up steam,
Every
too.
bar's promoting that.
Yeah, I think they now are just now getting it out on tap.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
Nate, beer talk.
All right, well.
We made it. 10:30. So when's the bad weather coming again?
After 5, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So we got a little bit of time.
Yeah, there's 2 phases. We had this morning, and we're probably done now, I would imagine.
I did hear a little lightning and thunder this morning.
There was.
Oh,
So is it supposed to get pretty bad tonight?
In the evening, like 5 to like 1 in the morning, it could be severe.
After
1, it'll be regular.
It's never good when you go from 70 to 48 the next day. No. That means the weather is very active.
We'll be ready.
Be careful out there.
I'll be ready to come in if I have to, if we have some severe weather coming our way.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Hawkfanatic.com. Get your subscription today.